Yo, Jiri Prochazka is clearly the man to beat up and batter the champ, yeah? Thank you, I'm here all week. I'm a rapper, check out my music down below. Anyway, two of my favourite fighters are fighting this weekend. We got Alex Pereira versus Jiri Prochazka, round 2. The rematch, and we're going live this Saturday. We're doing a fight companion on this YouTube channel, so make sure you subscribe with those notifications turned on. You've got to turn it to all notifications as well, otherwise you won't get notified when we go live. I'm looking forward to doing it. This fight card's actually pretty sick, and tomorrow we're going to do a full predictions video. But for those who are unfamiliar with the format of how we do it here on the Shaun Jones Fighting channel, for the main event, we do a video for each fighter on how they can win on the weekend. Now, we've done a video for Alex Pereira yesterday. You can go and watch that up here. It wasn't really talking about how Alex Pereira is going to get the job done like we usually do. It was more so just analysing his latest sparring footage, but whatever. Today, we're going to talk about how Jiri Prochazka could get this win on the weekend. And I've got to put the disclaimer out there, guys. This is not my predictions video, but as we usually do around here, we're going to analyse some of Jiri Prochazka's sparring footage. He put out this video yesterday or a couple days ago, I think, and it's got some of his training footage in here. So let's jump straight into it and see how Jiri Prochazka is looking ahead of this Alex Pereira rematch. Right, I'm going to keep this music super low because there's always copyright issues with this type of music. Look how awkward Jiri Prochazka looks. Very, very strange style. Both him and Alex Pereira punch with this very unique, funky style. It almost looks wrong. However, it works for him. If you look at Jiri's last fight against Alexander Rakic is a really good kickboxer. He had good, solid fundamentals, guards up all the time, pretty defensively responsible. Jiri Prochazka literally jumps at him like that. That's how Jiri Prochazka fights, and he goes towards his opponents. Yet, who won this fight? It was Jiri Prochazka. Jiri's weird and unorthodox style combined with his power and his mindset is what helps him win fights. There is no point Jiri Prochazka trying to learn how to box like Anthony Joshua. It's not going to work for him. And let's actually just make a little comment on that. I hate it when you see coaches try and take a fighter's strengths and natural attributes and completely change them. They try and take someone from being very unorthodox and wild and try and make them conventionally, fundamentally sound. It's not going to work. The best thing you can do is just take that wild side, light a flame underneath it, and just give them better tools within the skill set that they already have. Look at Johnny Walker on the weekend. We didn't really speak about the UFC on the weekend, but congrats to Robert Whittaker, also one of my favourite fighters. Johnny Walker lost to Volkan Oezdemir by a vicious knockout. Johnny Walker used to be a pretty good fighter. He's 6'6", super long arms, and doesn't know how to keep range. You'll never see Johnny Walker throwing a long jab, although what used to work for Johnny Walker, which was the wild stuff, we don't see him do it anymore. Maybe he just can't get away with it anymore at this higher level within the division. But my point is, Jiri Prochazka is a madman. He's wild. He fights a little bit goofy, if you like. Yet, the first time that Jiri Prochazka and Alex Pereira fought, Jiri was winning that fight. I know it was only 2 rounds, but in that second round, Jiri started piecing up Alex Pereira on the feet, and Alex wasn't really having much success in any realm. Okay, Alex was getting a few leg kicks here and there in the first round, not so much in the second round. Alex wasn't really landing a lot of shots, as I say, up until it was KO time. And we also have to remember, Jiri Prochazka was out for, I think it was over a year with his shoulder surgery. And then he comes back and fights Alex Pereira in his return fight. Now he's had another fight in Alexander Rakic, and it was an absolute war. He's coming off a hard fight there. So I believe that Jiri Prochazka is going to be a bit more battle-tested for Alex Pereira going into this fight. But let's just watch more of this. I mean, the way he throws, and especially those blocks, it almost looks like a beginner. And it's very easy to just take this small segment and extrapolate it out into describing someone's entire style. It's completely out of context. We're seeing a couple second clips here, but you get me point. The way he is blocking, the way he's throwing punches, it's very weird and unorthodox, but that's what makes him dangerous. So, and you can see he's got a very dynamic style as well. He is very bouncy. He has a bit of sparring. And look at his hands. Look where his hands are. Right here. Where are your fundamentals, Jiri Prochazka? You should listen to me and listen to everyone in the comments on TikTok as well, because they're telling you to get your hands up and you're not getting your hands up. How do you ever expect to win if you're not listening to the commenters? Shut up! Jiri Prochazka knows what he's doing. He's not going to change his style. Now let me explain to you, what punch does it look like Jiri Prochazka is going to throw here? I don't know. You can't tell. You can say the way he's bouncing here, it looks like he's winding up for that right hand. But is it going to be an uppercut? Is it going to be a body hook? Is it going to be an overhand right? Is it going to be a hook to the head? It's just hard to tell because his punches are coming from weird angles. And I know you can mask your punches when you're in a conventional guard as well. But as long as you've got a good chin, which, let's face it, Jiri Prochazka has got a good chin. Some of those shots that he took off Alexander Rakic a couple months ago were insane. Okay, he got finished by Alex Pereira, but once again, he wasn't out cold. He stood up straight away after the fight. So Jiri is confident in his ability to take a punch. I believe Jiri Prochazka can make the fight a lot dirtier than Alex Pereira can. Alex is more of a sniper. He's trying to find that one shot. Jiri's the type of person to stand there on the front lines of a battleground, ready to go to war with a battle axe, go, ah, and just run in and be the last man standing. That's what I love about this fight. Both have that warrior-esque spirit about them, just in two completely different ways. Anyway, I'm harping on long enough. Let's just watch the rest of this little sparring footage. Nice little question mark kick. Ah, that was a nice little jab there. It was like an uppercut or bolo. Yeah, that was nice. And also, can we just take note, Jiri gets his hands up when he needs to. So watch right here. He's got his hands down. Then, as Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson talks about, the void between two fighters. As that distance gets closed and Jiri's sparring partner gets close to him, Jiri brings his hands up. So that's what's more important. Get your hands up when you're within that range right here. There he is. Well, how much is he lifting there? Are they 20 kilogram plates? Or I think they're 15s. But then he's got 2.5s or 5s on there, and then 5s on the outside. The man's curling about 60 kilos. Damn. Look at him. Although he's not getting the full stretch. Guys, I am actually starting my fitness channel in the month of July, because I've got my app coming out, and on that channel I'm just going to be dropping fitness gems after fitness gems. Going to be giving you guys all the secret sauce when it comes to building muscle, losing fat, getting stronger, improving your athletic performance. And I'll tell you right now, a little bit of a tip for you, Jiri Prochazka isn't getting the full stretch on those biceps. Now there's probably a reason for that. Jiri Prochazka isn't concerned about getting bigger biceps. However, if you are concerned about getting bigger biceps, then it's always beneficial to get that full stretch. It's called stretch-mediated hypertrophy, because that's where you're going to stimulate the muscle the most, is in that stretch position. In fact, I'll just start linking the channel in the description. There's no content on there just yet, but if you want to subscribe to the channel ready for when we start launching the fitness content in July, be my guest. Link down below. Now, here is some more recent footage of Jiri Prochazka sparring. Let's have a little look. See that Jiri done? He does that quite a lot. He'll throw a couple shots, then duck right down underneath and then come back up top. That could be a good little strategy that he could use against Alex Pereira, because what was Jiri Prochazka successful with in the first fight against Pereira? Well, apart from everything up until he got knocked out, the takedowns, he got one decent takedown in the first round of the first fight, and he controlled Pereira for the better part of 2 minutes on the ground. We also seen him fake the takedown, then come with the uppercut, and he caught Pereira with that. So I believe the takedowns, or at least faking the takedowns, could be a big part of Jiri Prochazka's game plan going into this rematch. And doing that little move that he done there would actually serve him well against Pereira. Just fake the takedown again. Okay, so very nice by Jiri. Let me just show you this video as well. I actually commented on it 5 weeks ago. The man right there. Let me just show you how funky Jiri's training is. A bit Conor McGregor there. Take down. Great high kicks. Let's go, Jiri. Let's go, let's go. I wouldn't even say it's funky, to be honest, because it's not. If anything, it's kind of like a modern day adaptation on traditional martial arts. So back in the day when you used to do like kung fu or like the old school karate, you do a lot of this stuff where it's and then loads of weird movements that you'd think weren't really applicable to being in a real fight. You know, back in the day when I used to do kung fu. By the way, I'm a brown belt in Lao Gar Kung Fu. Let me show you. Because I looked so bad in me Dubai spar, sometimes people question my actual fight ability and my fight experience, but there's my brown belt there. I was so close to getting my black belt, and instead I started partying and going to university. What a load of crap that was. But when we done kung fu, we'd spar on a weekly basis, almost in an MMA style as well, because I learned how to do arm bars, chokes, triangles. So it was almost like an early day MMA, but we used to do a lot of forms, or as people in karate call them, katas, where you're standing there and you're and people say, yeah, but that wouldn't work on the streets. Yes, but mastering the art of movement and learning to move in unique, interesting ways can certainly help you on the streets, provided, and this is the big caveat, that you're also sparring and doing full contact, practical fighting as well, alongside all the funky movements. And Jiri Prochazka, he embodies that type of martial artist. A martial artist who has got that old school, lost, forgotten, traditional style, but also merged it and evolved it into being practical for the modern day era. And look at this for a gif. His movement is absolutely fantastic, man. Completely different to Alex Pereira, who just marches you down. Hey, like tribal style. There's like a Brazilian friggin' warrior from the jungle. I actually believe Jiri Prochazka has got a really good chance of winning this fight. Is it my official prediction? No. No, it's not my official prediction. But looking at the sparring footage, watching the Alexander Rakic fight back, where Jiri just went to war with Rakic and held his own, it's got me thinking that this fight's going to be a lot closer than we think. Do I think Alex Pereira is going to absolutely starch Jiri Prochazka? I don't know. I think Jiri is going to make some really good adjustments going into this fight. As I said a minute ago, he was fresh off the shoulder surgery going into this fight. Now he's had a lot more time to heal up. He's had an extra tune-up fight that was a war in between his last fight with Pereira. So here's the thing, the summary. If Jiri Prochazka gets this win, I believe that it could either be, this is a bit of a mad prediction, but it could either be by decision, right? So he can't finish Pereira, but he gradually just beats him over the course of the rounds, because that's what everyone pretty much does until they die by Pereira's left hook. Or Jiri comes out there, similar to the first fight, fakes a few takedowns, and then round 2 and 3 is able to get a stoppage on Alex Pereira just from winging these crazy shots and walking Pereira down. Now he has to be careful that he doesn't get clipped as he does that, but I do think Jiri's going to be able to make the right adjustments in order to be able to get the win. If he does get the win, I'm just saying, I think Jiri's going to make some big adjustments in this fight that's going to give us a little bit of a different fight. Now, I'm a big Alex Pereira fan. I want Pereira to win. I know a lot of people on my channel do, but I do urge you guys to go and watch their first fight. Jiri Prochazka versus Alex Pereira. Jiri was winning that fight pretty significantly, especially in that second round. He wobbled Alex a couple times and was catching Alex. And I think if Jiri is able to have blitzes like that, but then control them, tame that beast, know when to back off so Alex can't catch him with that hook, I believe that Jiri could either get the finish in round 2 or 3 again, or just beat Alex Pereira over the 5 rounds. Remember, we are streaming this. Subscribe to the channel. Turn those notifications on. As I said, we got the fitness channel down below as well. We got the music down below. We got all sorts down below. Let me know your thoughts below. We're going to do the predictions video tomorrow for the full fight card. So I am pumped. Let's go. Like this video. See you tomorrow.